Hi guys, so welcome to my segment called Health is Wealth. I have to say this is the most nerve-wracking show that I'm doing because my other shows always gave people a platform to share, whether it be their talents or their views on politics or relationships. This show is definitely me expressing myself, and it's like one of the most personable shows that I have ever done. I'm ready finna tell my business, and so this is just a little different, so bear with me. The reason why I decided to do this show was because I just felt like I know for sure that other people will have something in common, whether it be female or male, whether you've had a crazy experience with your health or with your primary care physicians. It's just a great way to kind of bridge that gap and let other people know that they are not alone in their situations. So just to get started, I've always been an overshare. So I had a primary care physician for over 6 years. As soon as I moved to Atlanta, I definitely kind of knew that I wanted to make sure I had a doctor on hand, someone to go to. And I would say like this doctor was somebody that I classified, I told her all my business, just say that, everything. Every time I had an issue, every time I needed something, every time I just felt weird about something, I was going to her, okay? Every boyfriend breakup, I was going to her because I just felt really, I just felt like that was just something that you were supposed to do. If you're not going to be honest with nobody else in the world, you should be honest with your doctor. Plus, they have an agreement, so they can't tell your business. So I would go to my doctor, and over time, I would start, really opening up to her and letting her know, like, hey, something's not right. I'm not feeling like something is right. She would give me my pap smears. I never had an abnormal pap smear. Never had, abnormal blood results to come back. And I was informing her of, just situations that I was going through that I just knew it wasn't right. And I knew that it was mostly like hormonal. I had always been on birth control. I have been on birth control for a long time, ever since I was, younger. I was told that birth control was to help with periods. If you have a cycle that was really, bad, sometimes they'll say, if you take birth control, it kind of helps with your cycle. It makes it not so painful. And so I was taking birth control, and I would kind of probably change my birth control out maybe 3 times within a lot of years. Like maybe I started birth control like 17 or 18. That's when my cramps got really bad. So from there, I was, what was wondering, maybe it was a birth control or maybe it was, anything, but I would consult with her. I would tell her that, sometimes I found like sex was a little bit painful or, and she would just really kind of brush it off. Or she would just say, maybe you're not thinking about the right things, or maybe, you might need to change the position or something. I'm just like, okay, all right. Okay, all right. This whole time I'm trusting this lady because she's been down there. She's been down there, So I'm thinking, okay, if my girl here say I'm good. Let me just get out of my head. And just to give you a little bit of my background, of course, I drink. Yes, of course, I had smoked. Okay. Moderately. I'm not out there just going willy-nilly with it. I had never had any abortions, not shaming anyone because people can get abortions for several reasons, but that just wasn't my case. I had never had an abortion and never had any STDs. So I'm just thinking, okay, I must be real good down there. I got to get out of my head. I still started developing these like weird issues. And I thought, you know what? I don't know, maybe a pap smear is not something that I need for her to tell me. And I demanded that she give me an ultrasound. And she kind of refused. She was just like, no, girl, you don't really need an ultrasound. You'll be okay. Just get out of your head, et cetera, et cetera. So I was like, okay, well, I don't feel like everything is right. I feel like I need to I need extra. I need more, I need more. I need more advice. So she ended up doing a more extensive blood test, which I didn't know existed. But she gave me a very extensive blood test, and some of my hormonal levels came back a little out of whack. And she was saying, oh, that's just your birth control. Maybe we can change your birth control around. Around this time, I had kind of like realized like my birth control was just a little off. Maybe it was dated. I was just like over it. So I get my hormonal test. It's a little off. I'm like, okay, well, can you refer me to a OBGYN now, a specialist? So she finally does, and she refers me to radiology so that I can get this ultrasound. I get the ultrasound, and I just felt that like being there, just something was not right. I mean, I had never gotten an ultrasound before, so I'm just thinking, okay, let's see what they do. I'm thinking, I'm going to get the ultrasound with the glaze on my belly, and they're going to just, move it around. This lady then pulled out something and inserted it in me, and I'm just like, oh, okay, this is intrusive. Thank you. So, yeah, when you get an ultrasound, the tech that does it does not give you your results, does not explain anything to you. And she curves the monitor so that you can't see either. So you just be in there just looking around. It's not pretty. And the wait to get your results back is like 3 months long. No, I'm kidding. It's like maybe a week, 2 weeks long. But it's long, when you're waiting to see what's going on with you. And maybe it's just me. My anxiety is hell. So I get my results back, and my doctor calls. Because I didn't, personally receive them. My doctor received them. And she calls me over the phone and says all these big words. And I'm just lost. I'm just lost because she's listing things that I have going on. And I'm just like, how? I've been coming to you for 6 years. What do you mean? Literally, she knew that I was confused by what she was saying. So she tells me to drive. And then if anybody know me, I'm on my 6th car. So telling me to drive frantic is just not safe for the nation. But stay tuned for part 2, where I go into detail about these results, honey child. Thank you.